This is day 1 of our review for looking at our ankle mobility. So ankle mobility is so important for running, for walking, hiking, walking upstairs, squatting. So most of our activity, if you have limited range of movement in your ankle, it's going to affect your knee, your hips, all the way up the chain, could even affect your shoulders. So we're going to look at each side, and what we're also looking at beside how much mobility we have is comparing one side to the other. So if you've had injuries or different issues with your ankle or your foot, then we want to look to see how your ankle is moving and again, comparing one side to the other. I have 2 lines on the ground. One of them is 3 inches and one is 5 inches. So I don't know if you could see those lines. Normal, the dorsiflexion range is somewhere between 3 and 5 inches. So if you're just at 3 inches, but you're even on each side, you're good to go. If you have a lot of range of movement and you know that you can hit that wall at 5 inches on each side, that's even better. So what we're going to do, you're going to line up your toe. We'll start at the 3 inch. So it's right at that 3 inch mark. If you have someone there to assist you, it's even better because you could put a piece of paper right at your heel and they could slightly tug on it as you hinge forward, because it's so common for us to slightly lift our heel up as we hinge forward. If you don't have someone to assist you, you can still do it without it. You also want to be mindful that your hips are in line. So the other thing that's very common is when we hinge forward that we tilt. But you want to keep those hips right in line with each other. So if you did have, let's see, put it here, that the stick is going to be even as you hinge and not tilt. So once you have that foot, your big toe at the 3 inch mark, tuck the pelvis in, keep the ribs in because you want that nice long back, and you're going to hinge forward. Keep that heel down, keep those hips in line. Can you touch the wall? If you do, think about those hips, keeping those abs in. Where do you feel the tightness? And then do the same to the other side. Line up that big toe on the 3 inch mark, tuck that pelvis in, pull those ribs in so your back's nice and long, and hinge forward. Now once you're here, even if you're struggling to get there, where do you feel the tightness? Is it in your ankle? Is it in your hip? Is it in your back? So different things might be limiting that range of movement that you have here. If you're one of those people that are like, boom, you touch the wall, no problem, bring it back a little bit, maybe to the 5 inch mark. See what the mobility is on each side. If one side is a lot less than the other side, you know you want to work getting that mobility back in the side that it's limited. You want to try to get the sides the same. So through the next couple days, we'll be looking at different ways to increase that range of movement if you have a limitation. And also where you feel the pain, as I was talking today, where do you feel that limitation? Was it in the back? Was it in the front? Was it in those hips? And those are things that we'll also go over. So tomorrow will be day 2 for looking at our ankle mobility. But today, check it out. See what your ankle mobility is. Are you good to go 3 or 5 inches? Both sides doing good? Then you know, I got it down. Otherwise, tune in tomorrow and we'll discuss a little bit more about that ankle.